Hello, Life Path Ones. Um, Joining you today to give you a basic rundown of the numerology of Life Path One. So if you are a Life Path One, then this video will be very constructive for you, hopefully. And I do hope that you watch any future videos that I happen to put into this group about numerology. I think it's a often overlooked area. I believe that there's a trinity of astrology, numerology, and tarot that can really give you a lot of insight in your life uh, all together. Astrology doesn't really function without numerology. Numerology doesn't really function without astrology. And tarot does not really function without either. So, if you look at it in that holistic approach, then you may see that there's a huge value in looking into your numerology a little more, and it's a little bit of an unsung hero as far as offering us insight into the future and who we are. So without further ado, I'll just get right into the video. Hope you enjoy, like, comment, and share, and I'll talk to you later. Starting off with Life Path 1, your ruling planet is the sun. Your colors are gold, yellow, and white. And your power day of the week is Sunday. So right off the bat, what that means for you is your energy is the sun's vital, high intensity energy. That's where you're going to come from. So that translates right into the life path itself, what defines you as a person. That's going to be prevalent throughout. You're going to see that. Now that can be combined with your astrology if you've got the ruling planets. If the sun is the ruling planet in your astrology, in the various houses, if there's a lot of sun energy there and you're a life path one, then you're going to obviously experience a higher level of that energy than maybe some other people might. And that's fine. I mean, that's workable. You can work with that for sure. But it's very good to be cognizant of it at all times, and to work within what makes you you. It's always going to serve as your guidepost, your anchor, and you need to be cognizant and aware and respectful of that. Now, your colors, your power colors, this is going to mean, like, if you need some extra support, if you need to have like a more confidence, and if you just want the universe to work in your favor, then it's always a good idea to represent those colors in the tough situations. Like, if we're talking job interviews, big dates, birthday parties, whatever is the time when you need to be at your best. Representing those colors is gonna work for you. Sunday being your day, this again ties right into your sign, in that you're the type of person who has your week assembled for yourself before it even begins. You're going to have goals for that week. You're going to have ambitions, and you're going to have expectations. The expectations are when things where you can get a little bit analytical, because those expectations are going to present you with the potential for disappointment. So it's great to have goals, and it's great to have ambitions. When you make that change right into that being an expectation, then you're adding a different sort of energy to it, and you're sort of allowing yourself the possibility of disappointment. So moderate that. So yeah, I mean, obviously it's going to make you comfortable to go into a week all setup. So knowing that, maybe it's a good idea to set some time aside for yourself on Sunday night to really, and this doesn't have to be writing down a list, a to-do list, or a schedule. Just taking the time to, within your own within your own mind, within your own spirit, to just sort of look over it all and decide what's going to work really well for you this week, what you feel personally that you need to do. If you take some time to do that for yourself, then believe me, it's going to make you more comfortable. And you're going to be operating from within a position of power for yourself. So what in numerology, in a lot of numerology systems, what we do in terms of cutting down on the length of time that it takes to describe something in every sentence, what we do is say one natives. That defines anybody who is a life path one, rather than saying for those who are a life path one, we just say one natives. So in this case, one natives, you are natural leaders who are self-motivated individuals. You are driven to success and creation. What you will struggle with is not focusing too much on results, or you may find yourself in a pattern of self-centered behavior where you're completely tied to achievement or non-achievement, and that goes right back to the expectations thing, right? Setting yourself goals and not expectations. So and because this can lead to like all sorts of things, like a need for approval. You know, we know that is not necessarily a healthy way to be. Approval from other people, and even a personal approval. You should be happy with yourself, regardless of what goes on this week, regardless of whether you attain all your desires for this week. You should still be happy with you, and you should be content with the fact that you did your best. So always seek to validate and love yourself in order to remove the reliance on others for approval and for your own ego for approval. Third, expectation is what we want to avoid here with your sign, especially because that is something you're going to struggle with, and it's a balance that you're going to need to find. So and you know, that could lead to limiting your potential, and that's what's so important about it, is to not do that. If someone truly values who you are, they will see the value of you without implementing parameters on your growth, but by enhancing your growth, by open-minded encouragement of all growth. I call the life path one natives the alphas. These are the leaders of numerology. These people are natural leaders. They tend to be leaders. They want to be leaders. They're good at being leaders. So life path ones, embrace that. Don't feel bad about the fact that you are a leader. Don't let anybody else make you feel bad about that. Don't be a dictator. Try to lead by example as much as by instruction. You need to understand that there are dates during the month that are really going to work for you. The 1st, the 11th, and the 19th are going to be the powerful days of the month for you. That's because numerologically, these dates add up to one. So those are your dates. And it's a really good mix, because you have the 1st of the month, and this goes again right back to Sunday being your day. This goes back to, it's the 1st of the month. What are we doing this month? All the bills from last month have been paid. If they haven't, this is our plan to do that. And now we're going into the limitless potential of this month, and we are going to establish what's going on this month. That's a great energy, a great place for you to be in. And if the 1st happens to be a Sunday, then this is going to be your month, and you can this is manifestation time. You need to really dig in and really convince the universe. Work with me on this. We're going to get a lot done this month. The 11th, it's, near the middle of the month. This is a good time to sort of take stock on what's happened for the first 10 days of the month, and to realize that your goals for the month may need to be adjusted up or down in order to create your balance, in order to get your headspace in a place where you're not feeling that you haven't achieved and that you can't achieve. So reorganize yourself. And again, on the 19th of the month, the month is coming to a close. Now you've signed off on a lot of things, and maybe you're way ahead of the curve, and you've got 10 days left. There's some things that you can get done. That's your time to start manifesting that. And when I say this, I'm not talking about writing your goals out. I'm not talking about these clearly defined things, but just to work it around in your head and integrate manifestation into your life. And this is exactly the time to do it on these power days. That's when you figure out what you're going to manifest, and then you just hammer that every day. Envision results. If you've got a big job interview and you have a salary that you would like to make, then you need to visualize that pay stub that has that salary, the dollar figure that you receive. You need to imagine that in your mind, in your meditation. Think of it often, because that's what manifestation is. That's how you take that universal energy and you bring it into your own life.